Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know I took a little break from YouTube, but things just got crazy. I went out of town for a couple days. I had so many finals due, so I just have been lacking time, but I'm here now and that's all that matters. I also filmed a vlog, so let me know in the comments down below if you'd be interested in seeing a vlog of my vacation. So yeah, let's just get into today's video though. I'm super excited because today's video is about how to become a high value female. And that's pretty much just like encompassing everything that my content is about and really just like the mission that I have for my channel and my Instagram, just everything that I put out. I want to be a part of helping people or helping girls become high value. And I feel like in today's society, there is a huge lack of high value women. And I think that is due to everything that society infiltrates us with, like the media, hookup culture, feminist movement, just everything put together, I think has really affected the way that women carry themselves and the way that they kind of view like how to act or how to be, a high value woman. So I hope that this video helps you guys to gain a bit of clarity on how exactly to become a high value female. And it's really never been easier to stand out, guys. Like, I'm telling you, I don't meet that many girls that are high value. So it has never been easier to stand out if you just follow the information in this video. It will make your life so much better and so much easier. So yeah, I'm just kind of going to be going over like what I think it means to be a high value woman and kind of how you can get there. So yeah, let's get into it. So first of all, a high value female knows her worth. A high value female is not insecure. She is confident. She knows what she brings to the table. She knows her worth. She knows that she's beautiful, and whether or not she's necessarily perfect or fits into society's beauty standard or like whatever it defines as beauty, she knows that she's beautiful the way that she is, and just with her own unique like traits and characteristics, she is confident in that and she knows that that is enough. So being confident is really the most important thing, and I like to, when I film my videos, kind of start with the foundation and then build out. So I'd say the foundation is really just to be confident, because if you're insecure, then everything else is just going to be a facade and it's just going to come crumbling down. So I know a lot of people say fake it till you make it, but I feel like you should not fake confidence, because it's going to come out in some way, some shape or form, that it's fake, and you don't want to be putting out a facade. You want to actually be confident. So really learning to just like be happy with who you are and with what you have, and the way you look, it's so important, because you have to be confident, and that really stems from within. Even if you are the most beautiful girl in the world, if you don't like who you are as a person, you're not going to be confident. So you also have to think about that as well. Next is that a high value female is connected to her feminine energy. So I have explained a little bit before what feminine energy is, but I'm just going to go over it again, because I'm sure some of you guys don't know, or some of you guys haven't seen my previous videos. But feminine energy is really about nurturing. It's about loving, caring, taking care of yourself. It's about beauty. It's very like dynamic and always changing, because if you think about the female emotions, like they're ever changing. So you could say that. And it also just reminds me of nature, because nature is always changing. It's always going through different seasons, and it's very fluid. So those are some words to describe feminine energy. But as I get into the next parts of the videos, I'm going to explain like what that really means and what that looks like in action. So if you don't necessarily understand right now, that's okay. But like, for example, a way that a way that you can see feminine energy in action is by being able to receive. So if you are constantly walking around with a mindset where you're like, oh, I don't need anyone to do anything for me, like I can do everything myself, and you're just not able to receive help from anybody, you're in your masculine energy. Now, I think a lot of girls feel this way because they think that asking for help or receiving help is somehow going to make them look weak. But a high value woman knows that there is nothing weak about accepting help. If anything, it's just a quality of being a girl, and it's something that you can take advantage of. So if somebody wants to help you, you can receive their help, and that doesn't make you any less strong or capable. It's just knowing that if somebody is kind enough to offer you help, you're able to receive that. And same thing with like being able to ask for help. A feminine woman who is connected to her feminine energy is not afraid to ask for help because she knows that asking for help is not making her any weaker or any less capable of doing whatever it is. She just knows that she's able to ask for help from other people who might be better or might offer her more wisdom. And when you're walking around with that attitude like, oh, I don't need anybody's help, I can do everything on my own, etc., you're walking around with such like strong walls up, and that is A, putting you in your masculine energy, and B, it is cutting you off from making so many connections that you could make in life because you are just so closed off and being so stubborn. So you really have to let go of that, and once you connect with your feminine energy, you really learn that receiving is actually a beautiful gift that girls have, and it's actually so sweet that so many people out there want to help us, and there's nothing wrong with wanting a man to help you or just anyone in general. So stop being so like resistant of that and just be able to receive. And also, when you're connected to your feminine energy, you aren't going to be ashamed of your emotions. So knowing that you're not always going to be happy is just part of being a girl. Even if you are like happy, there's still going to be moments when you're crying, you're sad, you're just in your feelings, and that doesn't take away from you being happy. It's just a part of being in your feminine energy. And a feminine woman allows that to happen, and she embraces it, and she doesn't think there's anything wrong with her for feeling the way that she feels. When you are constantly suppressing your emotions, you are just denying yourself of your feelings, and that is only causing resistance in your heart. And in the end, it's putting you in your masculine energy because you're having all this pent up aggression, and that is very masculine. That is not a feminine quality. So you really need to just let go and understand that it's completely normal to feel things and to have emotions, especially as a girl, and just embrace that and allow yourself to deal with it with beauty and grace. And if you do feel sad or if you do feel neglected or whatever it is, just take care of yourself, nurture yourself, give yourself whatever you need in order to take care of that. And you really need to learn and cater to yourself and to your emotions instead of just suppressing them and saying, oh, I'm too strong to feel this way. I am too good to feel this way, whatever. Because saying I'm too strong to feel this way is implying that by feeling those emotions, you're weak, which is not at all true. And if anything, in the eyes of feminine energy, it should be a strength to feel emotions because it makes you more empathetic. It makes it a lot easier for you to connect with other people and to relate to other people. So it's all about your perspective, and by closing out and like suppressing your emotions, you're only causing more harm than good. So those are two ways that being connected to your feminine energy can like be displayed, I guess you could say. And okay, so the next one, I really agree with this one. So a high value woman does not beg. A high value woman does not beg for attention. She doesn't beg for somebody to do something for her, and she doesn't beg the universe to give her something that she wants. So, a high value woman does not beg for attention. Beautiful things don't need to ask for attention. They are naturally going to get attention just by being beautiful. So, when you're walking around and you're constantly being flaunty, begging for attention, doing anything you can to do it to get attention, it stems from a place of insecurity, first of all. And second of all, it's just decreasing your value because subliminally, people know that things that are really high value don't need to beg for attention. So when something is begging for attention, it comes off as cheap and just not as high of value. So always keep that in mind and know that you just need to be who you are and you don't need to jump through all these extra hoops and do all these outrageous things to gain attention. Like if you are constantly posting pictures like up your butt on Instagram, you're begging for attention. And I'm not saying like don't do this, don't do that, but I'm saying that a high value person does not need to beg for attention. So just keep that in mind. And also, a high value woman does not beg for something from someone. So a high value woman knows that, say she's talking to a guy or she's entering a relationship with a guy and she feels that the man can't give her what she needs, she understands that she has set a standard for herself, and if the man cannot take care of that standard, that she has to be able to walk away with her head held high. Because if you're going to sit there and beg somebody to do something for you, to act the way you need them to act, it's not going to do anything. And a high value woman knows that she doesn't have time to sit around and just give out like that to somebody who is not going to be able to give her what she needs. And I'm not saying like if a guy can't give a girl what she needs that it's like a blow to him, but I'm just saying that as a high value female, if you know that somebody can't give you what you need, then you need to be able to walk away and just accept that and know that somebody who is right for you will be able to give you what you need, and you won't have to beg them and, keep asking them over and over again. You are going to know that if something's right for you, it'll be right. And if it's not, you're going to have to walk away, because continuing to beg is only degrading you. It is going to put you in your masculine energy, because again, it's going to have you feeling resentment and anger, and it's just going to drive you absolutely crazy. So let go and know that you don't need to beg. And if you feel like you need to beg, then it's probably because you're in a bad relationship or you're not with the right person. And then lastly, like I said, you don't need to beg for things from the universe. So a high value woman knows that she is aligned with the universe and she is aligned with what should be happening. She understands that everything in her life is flowing naturally and abundantly. And she knows that whatever is meant for her is happening at the exact time that it's meant to happen. She doesn't feel the need to beg and beg and beg for certain things. She knows what she wants, and she knows that she's going to receive them when the time is right. So ultimately, letting go and resisting, I think there's a saying, it's like persistence is resistance. So when you keep persisting and persisting on something, it's actually causing resistance. So a high value woman knows that she doesn't need to keep persisting and persisting. She is at ease, and she knows that everything is going to happen naturally, and that she doesn't need to sit around and drive herself crazy over something, because she has faith and she truly believes. So if you have certain dreams or goals or ambitions, you really just have to have that faith and know deep down that it's going to happen when the time is right. Because if you keep persisting and persisting, you're actually just causing resistance, and you're causing a strain right there. So definitely think about that as well. Now, a high value female is selective. So she is selective with the people that are in her life. She is selective with the people that she gives her time and energy to, because she knows that she is of a certain value, and to just give herself to anyone who is not going to benefit her, who is going to bring her down, and who is only going to make her life worse, why would she do that? It's a waste of time. And I thought of this analogy and I was like, if you got a Bentley, would you just let anybody drive that Bentley? No, obviously not. You would make sure that they're meeting certain credentials and that they know how to drive and they're an expert or whatever. So if you see yourself of a high value, then you're not just going to let anybody access you like that, especially when it comes to like having sex with guys. Because if you see yourself as a high value woman, why would you just have sex with any guy who has proven nothing to you, who has zero respect for you, who is probably low value? Just why would you allow that to happen? At least take the time to get to know the person first and make sure that they are actually worthy of your body, your mind, and just you as a person, everything that comes with you. Because if they're not, then that is just going to hurt your feminine energy. So by being selective, you're really protecting your feminine energy. And also, when it just comes to everybody in your life in general, like with friendships, why would you be friends with somebody who is low value, who makes horrible decisions, who just by associating with them makes you look bad, and who does nothing but bring you down, doesn't challenge you whatsoever or try to make you a better person? By being friends with people like that, again, you are hurting your feminine energy and you are degrading yourself. A high value woman would rather be friends with a handful of quality people than being friends with a million people who are just surface level, who don't have genuine connection and are really just there to benefit and leech off of you. So you need to be selective with the people that you let into your circle and let have access to you, because like I said, the analogy with the Bentley, it's that simple. If you have something that is high value, you are going to be selective with who gets to touch it, take care of it, whatever. So make sure that you are thinking not once, not twice, not 3 times, a lot of times about whoever you let into your life and let into your private life. Now, a high value woman does not behave or engage in malicious behavior with other girls or just with other people in general, because yes, looks are part of the equation, but they're a very small part of the equation, because a high value woman, 90% of being high value is about who you are as a person on the inside. So if you have an ugly heart and you treat people without respect, that makes you unattractive and that makes you low value. And so many girls out there are doing everything they possibly can to look their best and invest into what they look like, but they constantly neglect what is on the inside, and they constantly neglect doing the inner work that they need to in order to be kinder to people, to be a better person internally. And that is really what it comes down to. Because say a guy takes you out to eat and you're at a restaurant and you're treating the servers with disrespect, you're talking down on them, you're being condescending towards them. That is the most unattractive thing that you could do. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. Being high value comes down to what is in your heart. And it really comes down to how you treat people when nobody's looking, and how you treat people that aren't going to benefit you at all. You're just treating them nice to treat them nice, because that is who you are as a person. And if you are constantly trying to bring down other girls to make yourself look better, or to attack other girls' appearances, or attack who they are as a person, it makes you look bad. And it shows that you have deep-rooted insecurities that you need to work on healing, because you cannot be high value, like I said, when you are insecure. So you really should be, every night you should be asking God, or asking whatever you believe in, to help you be a kinder person, to help you spread love every day, everywhere you go, and just to exert good energy, because that is ultimately what's going to attract people to you and what is going to make you attractive. When you are acting like a brat all the time, nobody's going to want to be around you, because they're going to know that you give off negative, draining energy. So be aware of that and do what you need to do to heal whatever wounds you have if you find yourself doing this. Because most of the time, it comes down to the fact that you are insecure. So like I said, you need to go back to step one and work on your confidence, because we have to start from the foundation and build ourselves up. All right. Now, a high value woman takes care of herself. So, like I said, if you have a Bentley, are you going to be putting the lowest grade of gas in that car? Are you going to be swerving all over lanes, running over curbs, like driving recklessly, getting into accidents? No, you're going to take care of it as well as you can, because when you view something as high value, you are going to treat it with a lot more care. So when you find yourself to be high value, you are not going to be filling your body with toxic, crappy foods. You're not going to be spending every single night at the club until 4 a.m. not getting sleep. You're not going to be drinking excessive amounts of alcohol every day and smoking and consuming drugs and just treating your body horribly. And your diet is not just about what you eat, it's about everything you consume. And that comes down to the thoughts that you think, the media that you watch and consume. If you are watching something that you know is bad for your soul and bad for your spirit, that's not taking care of yourself. So everything in moderation. I'm not saying never drink again, never go out again. That's not what I mean at all. Definitely have fun, but you need to be able to take care of yourself and do things in moderation, because when you are just constantly going out, neglecting your sleep, neglecting yourself, it's going to show eventually, not only now, but later. So take care of yourself. Know that what you put in is what you're going to get out. So put in goodness and you're going to get goodness out. And yeah, I think that covers that point. And also, last point I want to make is that a high value woman does not have resentment in her heart. So if you are constantly walking around with resentment in your heart and you are envious of other people and you're jealous and you're devious, those are all not only masculine feelings, but that is not making you high value. And those feelings, again, root from a place of insecurity. So if you find yourself to feel this way, you really need to work on your confidence, because you need to understand that somebody else's beauty does not take away from yours. Somebody else's success does not take away from yours. You can look at somebody and admire everything they've done and not be jealous or envious or insecure or comparing yourself to them. You can just admire it from afar and be inspired from it. It's really all about your perspective. And you have to know that at the end of the day, no matter what, nobody else is uniquely you. Nobody else has your genetic makeup. Nobody else has lived your life, has walked your path, knows your story. You really have to understand that, and you have to take pride and embrace the girl that you are, or the guy that you are. Well, actually not guy, because this is about being a high value woman. You have to embrace the girl that you are and the girl that you want to become. And you need to know that you are good enough. Maybe you don't have as much money as this girl, or you don't have, whatever feature that this girl has, but you are you. Nobody else is you, and nobody else can ever be you. And that is pretty awesome when you think about it, because no matter how hard somebody tries, they will never be you, and they will never know what's in your mind or what's in your heart. So you really need to embrace that and fully just be proud of that and confident in that, and know that you, as you are, is incredible. And again, this all comes down to confidence. Confidence is really the foundation of everything, in my opinion. Like everything I say, it always comes back to being confident. So if you find yourself feeling jealous or envious or insecure, you just need to spend more time nurturing yourself, and you need to spend more time asking yourself why you feel this way. How can you feel more confident in yourself, and really taking the time by yourself to nurture yourself and to really explore these feelings. And I'm sure that you will come to a conclusion and you will figure it out. So yeah, just be easy, like be easy on yourself, be nice to yourself, and know that it's all going to work out. There's no need to stress. And whatever it is that you're struggling with, if you aren't really like hitting any of these points, or you're hitting some but not all, it's okay. Nobody's perfect, and we all have room to grow and improve. So all you have to do is really apply yourself and look within your heart to figure out why, like what the root cause is that is causing you to lack most likely confidence, but whatever it is, and just really explore that. And yeah, I really hope that this video helped you guys. I know that it's nowhere near perfect, and sometimes I mess up and stutter or whatever, but I'm just trying to get the message across, and I really just care about helping girls out there, because this is all information that I have observed from my own life that has benefited me and helped me to become a high value woman, which has completely changed my life and made my life so much better. I've attracted so many amazing people, and just I'm so much happier now that I have taken account for all of these things. So I really just want to help you guys out. So if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and a comment, and please subscribe, and be sure to follow me on Instagram, because I post a lot of content that is very similar to this as well. And yeah, if you are interested in seeing any other kinds of videos, please leave me a comment down below, and I will be sure to make it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.